Hello everyone, Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Oahu. It is 8:05, April 19, 2015, and we're talking about what you can learn from salespeople and while you're watching their sales process. Now, if you're not doing this right now, it's one of the best things that you could do, and you know, it's free sales training for the most part, depending upon where you go. So one of the things that you do is you just sit somewhere like in a corner, somewhere near where they're having the conversation and pick up on what's going on. Now, one of the things that you could do that's really gonna help you out is listen to what they're using for persuasive patterns. Listen to how they're interacting with the buyer and listen to see if the whole process that they're using is conversational. Now, one of the things that you should be picking up is if they're using a lot of old school sales tactics. So like if they're using a lot of the old tie downs, like the wouldn't choose, shouldn't choose, couldn't choose, isn't it, wouldn't it, couldn't it. Now it's occasionally, if one of those slips out occasionally, it's not that big of a deal. But if they slip out consistently, then people are like, you know what? Time out, buddy, I'm being manipulated. And right here in my gut, something doesn't feel right, or right here in my brain, something doesn't feel right. You know what that means? That means that an objection is on the way, an objection is coming. So you should be watching for their persuasive patterns that they're using. You should see if they're asking questions. You should see if they're telling stories. Now, questions and stories are going to be two of the most powerful forms of communication, because as I'm talking, I ask you a question. You don't have to answer me, but you have to think about the answer if I give you time. So if I say, hey, where were you last night? You know, tonight, it's Sunday morning this morning, so I go, hey, where were you last night? You have to think about it if I pause for a second, okay? So questions really do help out. Now, remember, they don't have to answer them, and you don't have to turn into interrogation mode, because that's going to create an issue for you. So the second thing is going to be a story. Now, you look at oral traditions as we've evolved as people. You know, there wasn't for a while written the ability to write stuff down, and then there also wasn't the ability to have a recording, and now all that stuff is available, so people remember stories. And I could tell you that last night I went to the house and I had some Portuguese bean soup, and I went to bed early, and there's only like really 2 facts in there. 3, but you can remember them pretty easily. You know, that I was at the house, I went to bed early, and I had Portuguese bean soup. So you could pick up and remember these things. So are they telling questions? Are they asking stories? Are they getting that buyer engaged? Are they getting them to future pace? Are they talking about what it's going to be like to own the product or the service, or how it's going to be moving forward in the future? So what is it that they're doing to get that person engaged and to get them involved? And if you're listening to the conversation, if you have that capability, if you're sitting close enough, oh my goodness, it's enlightening, because sometimes sitting there and watching salespeople, you're just sitting there and they're talking about themselves. They're like, oh yeah, you know, I like this product and I like this one, and I think this is the one that you should do, and I think this is everything that you know, is going to be good for you. And I'm sitting there going, dude, like, look, get off the I channel. You know, he's like, I, me, I, me. That's going to greatly destroy. It's going to destroy a sales process. It's going to cause some problems. Okay. So watch salespeople and figure out that what you can do to pick up what they're doing good, and watch how they use the persuasion process. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that would be fantastic. To the right or to the left, there is a subscribe button. Subscribe, and then send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn. Scott Sylvan Bell. Only Scott Bell. So, see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.